from the return of the Shadowlands, just as the brave Pharaoh did 5,000 years ago.
YouTube, and Yugioh here today, and I am doing a CGC return video. This was done on consignment. I middleman for a guy, and he collects very cool, unique faded cards, and some of these were PSA, some of these were raw, and I cracked the PSA ones and sent it in with the raw ones, and we have a 5-card CGC return video here today. So it's going to be very cool, especially if you are a fan of the faded cards. So, I mean, here, I'll get a random other trap card here. I mean, these things are absolutely, like, no magenta there. So, we have, first up, a 7 Tools of the Bandit. And I'll pop up the picture if they were PSA graded previously. I think this was a PSA 7 or 8. And this is now an 8 here with CGC with the insufficient ink error. So very cool, very minty, just pretty off-centered, and they don't deduct for the ink, I don't think, because there is a card in the submission that gets a higher grade that is faded, so I don't think they deduct for that, but I thought some of these might do a little better than they did, but overall, I think we're still pretty happy. So up next, we have Horn of Heaven. Just once again, I mean, almost black and white, besides the rainbow hollow foil. Insufficient ink, and it got the Mint 9 error. Really cool to see these old school MRD cards. And then we had 2 copies of Horn of Heaven. Just absolutely stunning. And it did get the Mint 9.5, which is a lot of people think you can't get half points at CGC anymore. You still can get the Mint 9.5 though. There's 9, 9.5, 10, and then 10 pristine, which so there's 4 grades that are 9 or above, which can be a bit confusing. All right, so card number 4. This is probably my favorite card of this mission personally. None of these cards are mine, like I've said, but if I had to choose one, this would be my favorite. We have a super faded Gate Guardian. You can barely see the title there. Have a little hollow bleed even. This thing is just mega faded, and it got the 8. It did have a little edge, something going on up top, so I thought this would do. Probably the worst out of the submission, so I think an 8 for this is probably fair. The 7 Tools, that 8 I thought was going to do a little better, but it is what it is. And then the last card of the submission was the Gate Guardian's counterpart, the Thousand Dragon. Gotta love these super faded fusions. Really can see how much magenta is missing out on these cards that are supposed to be purple. And got some nice hollow bleed as well on this one, and it got the near mint to mint 8 error as well. All these were properly labeled as the insufficient ink, so glad they got that right. And overall, I think pretty fair grades. So pretty short video, but unique items, and the guy that consign these with me wanted me to do the video, so I'm glad to do that, show these off to the world. They are very cool cards. Let me know your thoughts on these faded cards. Do you collect them? Do you think they're overhyped, underhyped, anything like that? Leave a comment, subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching.